Hello, welcome back to my channel. As some of you may know, my name is Valeska and I've been here for a while. I've been posting every Friday. Please excuse for last Friday. For those of you who do watch my videos and try to keep up with me, I'm sorry that I didn't post last Friday. To be honest, I had a pretty stressful week at work, and only because the anxiety was too real that week. So last week the anxiety was way too real at work because a lot of changes happened and I just couldn't bear it and I just didn't want to think about it, do anything about it, or I tried to fix it, and it was just very intense. And I told at least 3 people in my life what happened at work because of how stressful it was, and I love my job and everything. Because I work with kids at a middle school, but it wasn't even my kids that drove me nuts. It was co-workers or people I work under that drove me nuts. But all in all, that week is over. I'm on winter break, just like the kids are. Maybe some of you are on winter break. If so, enjoy it. I hope you guys are having a good break. Okay, so today I want to talk about something that's positive, more uplifting. I know all my videos are supposed to be positive and happy, which is what my goal is, and I hope that some of you see these videos as a benefit to changing your mood. Like, if you watch this video, hopefully it makes you ready and set that you want to do something, right? And so, as you probably saw on the title or the thumbnail, I want to talk about weight plateaus. And weight plateaus are something where a plateau is where you just pretty much reach something, and a threshold or an area or a level where you're just kind of just like there. Like, it's not going up or down, it's just like that. And I've had a weight plateau where I've been stuck there for about a good 3 months. Now it's going up and down, within the same around 1 to 2 numbers, 1 to 2 pounds of my weight. And I was getting a little frustrated because I wasn't going down. Like, I wanted to lose more weight, I wanted to push myself. So what I did was just kind of not stress so much about it, as to not look so much at the numbers, but more think about what could I be doing different that I'm not doing now? What could I add on to my diet and my everyday lifestyle? And I started thinking, well, you're trying to eat better, sure, but are you really eating better? Like, are you genuinely changing your habits for the better? And for those of you who probably hit a weight plateau before, probably understand what I'm feeling. At that time, I was very discouraged, I was very stressed, and just more like, why am I not going down? I'm trying to do all the right things. I'm trying to go to the gym and eat better and drink a lot of water and just be active and happy and healthy. And I just almost wanted to give up for a minute. I wanted to say, you know what, that's it. I'm not going to lose any more weight. I'm not going to do it. I guess this is my point, my dead end. But then I started noticing that I would drop. I would reach a weight that I didn't think I would be able to reach. And this is where I noticed that I was able to go down to a number that was the first time. And I was like, okay, that's good. Then the next week would come and I would maybe just gain a pound, but not that much. And I was like, okay, I'm staying within the range. But now I went back to where I was originally. That's how it was for the past 3 months. I was like up, down, same, up, back, down, same. You get the drift. And I would just be frustrated. But then I started noticing, wait a minute, if I was able to go back down, what did I do in that week where I was able to go lower my weight and lose a few pounds? So what I've been doing for a while was just keeping up a food journal. And not so much of a food journal, it's more like planning my meals ahead of time. I would write down what I would have for breakfast every day. Maybe lunch too. Lunch was a 50-50. Lunch was whatever was left over for dinner in portions and reasonable sizes. Or lunch was maybe a sandwich that I would make. And for dinner was just free for all. Not free for all, like you can eat whatever you want. More like whatever's going to be there, be smart on how you're going to eat it and how much of it you're going to eat. So that's what I did, and so I was able to keep track of what I did that week, and the one that got me down to a few extra pounds, that made me lose 3 pounds, I looked at that week and I said, okay, I ate this and this and this, and I worked out these many days, this many times, or I did these exercises, and sure enough, I saw a pattern. The most important thing I noticed that when you do hit a plateau, and you're just staying in that same range, is really notice your patterns. I don't think we pay attention enough to our everyday routine, which is not so much like what we do to get ready, what we do to eat, what we do when we go to work. It's more like how each little different turn can change something but still make it a pattern. What I noticed for myself is if I were to eat too much meat during a week, I would gain that weight because of all the meat, because the meat is heavy to digest, and sometimes I would get a little out of control. And when I say out of control, you would be surprised. It's like I eat an extra small piece. And for the weeks that I did not eat meat, I noticed that's when I dropped more weight. Because even if I was eating more carbs, I didn't have a lot of meat, but I was burning those carbs at the gym. So patterns are very important. It's not routine. It's actually knowing like when you've been consuming, when you've been digesting, and the size. Like, when do you tend to eat more? When do you tend to eat less? Because most of the times when I believe I tend to eat more is when I felt too comfortable with myself. And there have been moments that have happened where I've fallen off the wagon because I felt comfortable with where I was. And that happens to anybody. You know, you're like, oh, you know, I lost a few pounds. I think I'm okay. Like, I could eat a little bit more. No. At least not from my case. I can't do that. I can't afford to do that because then I do gain the weight and I get upset and I'm like, oh, I worked so hard, come on. So I take note of that. I make sure that I do watch what I eat consistently. I try not to eat a lot of meat anymore because I do like meat. I love it and everything, but I try to eat less of it because I need to make sure that I can lose weight. And I have a goal to reach by EDC. Like, I know everyone talks about beach body. I'm talking about EDC body. Like, tight body, rave booty. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you know the rave life. So that's my goal. And just to be out there and express myself a bit more. And feel more comfortable in my skin. I'm more comfortable now, but I want to be like 100%. 100, guys. So I just want to say that do not give up when you feel you reached a point where you can't keep going. Because the minute you do see yourself hit a weight that you thought you would never reach, that has to be eye-awakening for you. It has to really open your mind and think, wow, I actually got there. I got there twice. I can get there again and lower. And that's what I told myself, because when I saw that I went down 3 pounds for the first time in a long time, the immediate thought that came to my head was, it's possible. Like, that's what has to first come into your mind, that it's possible. You did it. You did do it. And also make sure that you didn't do like a detox or a laxative, because those just get rid of it, but it doesn't mean you're losing the weight. You're just getting rid of what was in your intestines, basically, your digestive tract. When you lose 3 pounds, when you're doing normal eating habits, healthy normal eating habits, that's when you know you lost weight that is gone for good. Because it's one thing to poop everything out, but then you just get right back if you eat more. And understand that it's possible. You can do it. You can do it. Sorry. I'm just so happy and so excited that you can do it. That if you were able to reach it once, most likely you'll be able to do it again. And you have to keep that mentality. You have to say, I did it, and I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to go until I reach the goal that I want. Because, especially at this time when it comes to weight, not being negative, but it is a little bit more difficult as you get older. I'm not 15 anymore where I would work out 2 hours a day, 5 days a week in soccer. I was like my point. But you gotta do what you gotta do, because as you also become a mom and you get pregnant and have kids, like, you could go back to how you were. It's just gonna be a little bit harder. Some people are blessed and can do it within the first 2 months after pregnancy. I'm like, hey, that's awesome, good. I'm over here like, I gotta work harder, I gotta bust my ass over there at the gym, eat a lot better. But it's all for the mentality and all for the benefit of you. You should always eat healthy for you, because your body wants it. Your body feeds off of that good energy that it gets from the foods. Like, the reason why it's called good foods or even superfoods is because it makes you feel super. Like, you feel like you could take on the world when your body is very healthy and active and happy. Your skin shows a lot better. Like, a lot of people break out because of certain things they eat, and it's understandable. But that's why that's how your body tells you that it doesn't do well with it. You know, when you actually burp up a lot of food, it means that your body's not digesting it as well as it should, because it has a lot of gases, so it's building up inside you. And I was close to giving up. I just was wondering, maybe this is just where I'm supposed to be. Maybe I just don't see myself getting back to the way I want to be. I'm still about 40 pounds away from my goal. 40, give or take. So I already lost about 38 if I'm still in my new plateau. My new plateau now is a little bit lower. It's like about 3 to 4 pounds less than my other one. So I'm seeing that as I was here, now I'm here, and I'm happy. And I'm going to keep going, because I'm not going to give up. Because when you see progress like that, you got to take action on it, and you have to motivate yourself. It all has to come from you and yourself. And don't get me wrong, I have gone to my boyfriend and talked to him about times where I felt disappointed in myself because I gained 2 pounds, or disappointed because I didn't gain any but I didn't lose any, or I gained 1. And he would just remind me, he's like, you need to stay on track of it, stay on track, like, push yourself a little bit more, come on, you can do it. And you really have to, because like I said before, I'm a big sweet person. I love sweets. I'm sweet tooth all around. And this holiday we got a lot of treats from my childhood friend. Her mom bakes a lot of good stuff, and it's just delicious. So we got our own basket, my mom and I, because then my other family gets a basket too. And I only had 1 cookie. 4 or 5 of them I gave to my boyfriend. The rest we gave to my brother and his girlfriend, because I just told myself, just have 1 cookie. That's it. Give the rest away. Because in the end, just because it's the holidays, honestly, that's not an excuse to eat so much anymore. Like, it really isn't. And please don't hate me when I say it's not an excuse, because it's not that I'm against eating on the holidays. I just don't want people to think that because it's the holidays, it's okay to gain a bit of weight. And I've met professional trainers, and I've met people who are very fit, where they've said the exact same thing, where they say, yeah, I've gained actually about 8 pounds because of the holidays, but they never say that as an excuse. It's because they chose to gain the weight, they chose to eat as much as they did. But in my case, guys, like, I have to be very persistent on it, because if I let the holidays get to me, I'm close to gaining like the 5 pounds back and set me back to my old plateau. And now that I know that I'm out of it, I don't want to go back. I want to keep going, right? I want to get to my EDC body. Decent, easy body, I hope so. I'm definitely doing squats for the booty. But I'm just saying this for those of you who think, like, and it doesn't even have to be about weight. It could be a plateau for anything. Just maybe grades or studying or work ethic. You're not meeting sales as much as before, or it could be anything. It's just sometimes we have to hit a plateau in order to change our methods a bit, because I cut out meat for a month, and that helped me drop a lot of weight. Then I started noticing it's not just the meat. I had to actually work out. And then I noticed it wasn't just working out and not eating meat. I had to eat more vegetables and more fruit. And then it wasn't even all of that. I actually had to take in more fiber now, because I started doing research on how to lose a lot more belly fat, and a lot of them said I had to eat more fiber. So I did some research. Now I buy foods with a lot of fiber. Granola, fiber bars, those snap peas, there's a really good source of fiber, edamame, a bunch of stuff. Also fruits, organic fruits. And that help produce fiber in your body, or are fiber. When you consume it, it helps a lot, because fiber is one of the things that cleanses your metabolism a bit, your digestive tract, and it's very beneficial. So it takes a lot of work, guys. It really does. And I'm just supporting you guys all out there that want to reach a goal, and you guys can do it. It just takes a lot of persistence and a lot of sacrifices. I'm telling you guys, I wanted to eat all of those cookies that I saw, but no, like I said, I just had one because I told myself, you want to lose weight, you want to get there out of your plateau. If you want to go back to your plateau, eat all those cookies. You want to go back, eat the whole thing. Eat another slice of cake. Because it was my mom's birthday, I usually would try like too many slices, one cake by the other. I was like, no, just give me one small slice of one of them, and that's it. And I could have had more, but I chose not to, because you know you can have leftover cake, because leftover cake is like the best thing in the world. It's not, but I'm just saying. But no, I chose not to. Just gave it all away. Gave it to my boyfriend. Gave it to people that I know would eat it and they're okay with it. Because in the end, guys, it is your body, it is your choices. No one is making you do anything. It's all you. And I'm making myself to become a better person. So I hope this video wasn't too much or too intense. I know sometimes I talk a lot when I'm getting very excited, energetic, or even a little anxious. I get a little anxiety. I just gotta get my thoughts out there before I can think twice. But thank you guys for watching and keeping up with me, and thank you to those who do watch my videos and do give me feedback. I do get comments, not on YouTube, but personally from friends or strangers that tell me, hey, like, I like your videos, keep it up, I appreciate it. So please tell your friends, subscribe if you like what you see. I'll be coming up with more episodes, more videos. Tell me things you want to see. My weight plateau was probably a very good positive thing, and just an influence out there to others who got stuck a bit in their weight goal. And that's okay to get stuck. It just means that I think life is telling you, hey, you got this far, but you know, you're gonna need to try something different because it's not working what you're doing anymore. And that challenge is always great because you grow as a person. Okay, so I hope everyone has a great weekend. Please enjoy it, be safe, and enjoy the holidays. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all, and just enjoy it. I'll hopefully see you guys next week. I'll try to film by then, just to keep up. Sometimes we all have those days or even a week where we just don't want to put ourselves out there, and that's okay. So I hope you guys can understand that because of that week I just couldn't put myself on camera. I couldn't put myself to talk because I couldn't even talk to my friends. I couldn't even talk to my boyfriend. It was overwhelming, and you guys don't need to see that part of me. Just understand that I did overcome it, and it's all over, and it's okay. And we all have those days. Okay, alright, bye guys.